Amnesty International post-election violations against human rights in Mozambique, post-elections October 2024. A compiled list on crimes against human rights done by Amnesty International, post-elections Mozambique 2024 October. I'm going to read what Amnesty International stands for. Amnesty International is a movement of 10 million people which mobilizes the humanity in everyone and campaigns for change so that we can all enjoy human rights. Our vision is a world where those in power keep the promises, respect international laws, and are held to account. In the report, Amnesty International refers to Plataforma Decide, which confirms 350 people were killed, 3,000 people were injured in between 21st of October 2024 and 16th of January 2025. The Mozambican police arrested people, and there were reports of children as young as 14 that had been arrested. The people that were arrested were denied to see their families, and there was also a report of torture amongst the people that were detained. It also suggests strongly that internet providers were blocked from functioning normally, which is a crime against international human rights. It also refers to unlawful use of force from 2019 that Amnesty documented. It refers to the assassination by 25 bullets of Elvino Diaz and Paulo Guambe, and that nothing has happened in terms of that process of finding the people that assassinated these two people, October 19, 2024. Elvino Diaz was Venancio Mondlane's lawyer. It also explains the international law of how police should meet protests, and also states that people should be and have to be allowed to manifest peacefully, and that the police in Mozambique use excessive force and also violated crimes such as using bullets and tear gas from moving vehicles, which is against the law, the international law, because they cannot shoot with accuracy, and also that excessive use of force was being executed by the police force in Mozambique. One of the chapters is referred to that the use of force by the police against peaceful protest was reckless and completely unnecessary, making this unlawful. In those incidents, people lost their lives. It was also referred to that should police use force, that masses should be warned, and this didn't happen in many of the cases. They shot straight at people, and also some reports of gas being thrown into areas for no reasons, with no violence, and bypassers or people inside the homes were affected, which is once again against human rights and violates the international laws. And then we had Manoshotas that wasn't just shot once but twice, which would show that possibility that this was orders, and he executed these orders to assassinate Manoshotas that were filming the happenings around Resano Garcia, which is the border in between Mozambique and South Africa. And once again, the process hasn't moved, and justice has not been served against the official that shot Manoshotas, who lost his life. Manoshotas in the video also said they're throwing gas, throwing gas into people's home, there are children there. On the 9th of January, awaiting the president of the people, Venancio Mondlane's arrival, 3 people were shot dead and 6 people injured. Once again, excessive use of force by the police, and it goes against international laws that should protect human life. Another witness confirms that the police saw him running and they shot tear gas at him, and it hit his foot. And then it was Maria Matos, which on the 27th of November were run over by an armed vehicle by, once again, the police force in Mozambique. Once again, the crime against human rights, and laws are being violated, international laws. Once again, during the same dates, over 40,000 people were detained, and most of them for no obvious reason. Once again, in serious violations against human rights. Reports of children as young as 14 that were detained, and the conditions within these holding cells, not being allowed to see lawyers nor family, and some of the detained were held in cells that were, I cannot remember the exact measures, 9 by 3 meters, and there were 9 people there. Didn't even have clean water, toilets, none of the basic human rights conditions. Once again, a crime against international human rights. The report is referring to so many violations against human rights in Mozambique. I really suggest that you read the report. It's available in Portuguese and in English, and all the crimes against human rights and international human rights that are being violated. And up to point, we haven't seen any justice for the victims. No responsibility from the government. People have been not just physically but also emotionally traumatized, and many livelihoods have been ripped away because of the excessive force, the police brutality, which is once again a responsibility of the government to take to help these families that suffered the police brutality.